Can I move this? Wow. This is actually hotly weird. Alright, guys. So, I don't even know if I want to do this. Like, sorry. So I'm trying out a new app called Mobizen Live. That's what I use to record my screen from my cell phone. Pretty much, we're gonna do a smite build. I don't think I want to do them on the system no more because I take too long. We're just gonna do them right here. So, basically, we're doing a cerberus build, and I don't think you guys even have seen this yet, but this app here is dope. So pretty much, it's called Smite Forge. You get the news of when patches are coming out, patch notes. You get pretty much everything. Like if the item patches are coming out next week, Tuesday, Monday, you'll have everything updated. Maybe even Sunday, you might have everything updated. New pictures, new item costs, all of that before the patch actually drops. So you can sit here, do test builds, do anything without even having to have PTS or anything like that. Another cool thing is profiles. You can show like the profile of anybody you could search up, look at their stats, look at everything right then and there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some builds. That's a build I made for your mirror. You're more than welcome to use it if you want. But you know what? Not even gonna do all that. Just gonna go down to oops, wrong character. Go down to Serb here. Boom. So I got my god. I'm gonna go straight into building. Now I'm gonna tell you to build these items, and this is for joust. So take it with a grain of salt, because if you're using this for conquest, build's not going to be too effective because conquest is played differently than joust. So I play with the god enough. I have him mastery 5, so think I know what I'm talking about here. Play a lot of games with him. Play close to 50 games with him. At one time, I was just playing him. Like every day, getting on the game, playing him. That's it. No matter what role, no matter what happened, just playing him. So I know what items are really good and how you want to play them. Yeah. Face cam was bothering me. Oh, what else can this do? Oh, I can put face cam back. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so first item we want to get is Mage Blessing. Follow that up with some Shoes of Focus. Now, here we go. Where is... Oh, right here. Spirit of Magus. Okay. Scroll along. Scroll along. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. One more item. Boom. After that, you can get rid of this. And you can go for a Shaman's. You also have really, really good work with the Book of the Dead. always an item that can always be thrown in. A relic dagger could be useful. Pretty much, this is actually the items that I run on him all the time. You want cooldown. I mean, you want cooldown, but you don't gotta go stupid with the cooldown. You don't gotta go full 100% cooldown. You don't have to do that. With this character, he has crazy amount of burst damage, and it relies on you not having to build damage. So basically what I'm saying is, if you ever played Ares, the character doesn't have to build any type of damage but can 100 to 0 somebody. So Cerberus kind of plays to that extent. He's like a easier Ares. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call him, an easier Ares. The man has pretty much the same kit kind of based around, that they both can hit you with a lot of moves that will pretty much do all your life without them even having to build a single damage item to begin with. Now, if you look at Cerberus 2, I'm gonna show you the stats and everything for it in a second here. Just want to show you like what the core build is. Why I'm showing you this right here, because you want a little bit of cooldown. You don't really have to go for it, but a little bit of cooldown always, always appreciated. We got Spirit of Magus, because his ghastly breath can shred up to 60 protections. If you run a Spirit of the Magus, you basically can erase about 100 protections. Now, Spirit of Magus comes with, I believe, 10 magical pen. So you can pretty much get rid of around 100 something magical defense. That's an item. That's guaranteed one item. Gone, poof, got rid of. One defensive item. So now you're just hit. We also have Void Stone, which takes away an additional 20. So we're looking at about 120 to 130 magical protections that you done ripped away from a person. So that could be one item, could be two. All you got to know is that that person has no longer magical defense. Then we have the Mystical Mail, because when you hit your ghastly breath, if you use the middle part, it causes a 30% slow. No, not 30%, 15% slow, which is real good. But when ran with Gem ISO, you slow a person down tremendously. So they basically won't be able to move. With that, you're basically just keeping a person close to you. So now he's taking all of the mystical male damage, plus he's getting hit with the Void Stone constantly. Like, it's just going to sit there and always be on him. He can't outrun the Void Stone. So now, not only have you shredded all this man's protections and everything pretty much to negative, like, now he has negative protections. If he didn't build any protections, he's really at negative. So you're hitting for true damage with all your abilities. His ghastly breath, I think, at like max rank, does like 55 a tick. And it hits 7 times. So as you can see, where these items, you don't need to build damage, even though he could use it. Don't really need to build it, because now he can just shred all your protections. You did nothing. While he did that, you're near him, so now you're taking a guaranteed 20 to 30 damage from Mystical Mail every second, which is going to hurt, because by the time he's done with Ghastly Breath, not only did you get hit with 55 for 7 times, and you already done lost whatever protections you had, and now you're at the negative part, you're just taking more Mystical Mail procs. At the end of the Ghastly Breath, Mystical Mail should have applied at least 100 something damage. Easily over 100 something damage. Then it comes down to your 1. which is ridiculously at hitting hard. And when it's true damage, it's like the one-shot master. It's like getting hit with a Thoth special to the face fully charged, and him not building 100% power. Him building more like 70% power. Like, that's how his one's gonna hit. That's how Thoth hit with his ult fully charged at like probably 70% power with some defense. That's how his one hits. Like, it wrecks. So you gotta get used to landing it. But once landed, once you shred somebody's protections and then hit them with that, if you don't KO them, they're literally at a pixel. And if they're not at a pixel, they're probably slightly a little bit more. And you can jump on them and do the damage right there. You can jump, do the damage, or ult and capitalize on all the damage. Now, all of this is good. Other items I suggest that, can be thrown on last. Not bans. Shamans, always that item that can be built last. If you want, it'll just help you shred somebody even faster. Usually you're gonna shred somebody. With shamans, you get more movement speed. So you're at tank that moves at a pretty good speed. You have a leap, which is really good. So you can kind of play around with the speed and his slowing capabilities. So you can stay on a person, apply more mystical mail, and you're going to do damage over time with your abilities, because you can use your 2 and then hit your 1. They're stunned. You can use annul. You can use auto attacks because they're stunned for a pretty good time. So, shamans is, there. My favorite is Pi. This is more of like okay, I know I'm jumping in. I know I have a good chance of dying. But when I jump in, not only am I going to do a crap ton of damage and get rid of a lot of protections just in general. Like, now I'm only just going to get rid of protections. I'm getting rid of a lot of magical protections. So whoever my mage is, they can come in, slap them up. But not only did I do that, any of the physicals on my team are now able to apply lifesteal to their attacks and whatnot. So now it just became a battle of, you lost a crap ton of health, you lost a crap ton of, defense. And now the person that did all of that, you hit him hard, but he's already healing up past whatever you did, because I usually like to engage with my jump, which means I have some minions, like some ghosts that I can kill to get my health back. And by me using the ghastly breath, after I use my jump, I'm securing the kills on the ghosts, which will give me my health back while they're hitting me. And I'm going to get life still from using this ability on whoever I hit, which can hit multiple people. So I'm gaining life at a really good rate, providing life still to my teammates. It's a nice, powerful item. And on top of all of that, it gives cooldown. So you can use your abilities just that much more, which is cool. So, again, not a lot of people like to run, items like that. I do. I like to think about the team. Soul Gem is not actually in the game right now. It's on the computer build, but it's not actually on the console build. So, don't know where the hell Soul Gem is, but definitely an item that could be ran on the Cerberus. But I don't really know, because I haven't been able to test the item, because it's not even in the game. The item's supposed to be in between As you can see, it's supposed to be in between Pi, Soljum, Bancroft, then Typhons. But when you play the game, you're just going to see Pi, Bands, and Typhons. And you're not even going to see Soul. So, again, I don't have actual statistical numbers to back up how good that item is. I haven't played with that item, so I couldn't even tell you, you know, like, yo, this is the item right here, and I'll beat all of that. I only can tell you from what I have played with. Now, a Divine Ruin is always good if the enemy team is doing the healing. You know, you can hit a lot of people with your abilities. Like, pretty much all your abilities are AoE, kind of. Your jump can hit multiple people. Your ult can hit multiple people and minions. Your one, the little Spitfire, the Venom Spit, I can't remember what the heck the name of it is, but when you shoot that, it can actually hit more than one person. Yeah, I don't know if that's a glitch. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work, but you could shoot it and it could hit somebody for part of the damage and then hit somebody else for the rest. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but yeah, it can hit multiple people. It's not an AoE attack, it's more of a line, but it can hit multiple people though. What else we have here? And yeah, I mean, everything pretty much hits multiple except for your one, which is most likely to hit one person. But even while doing that though, you did a crap ton of damage. Other items which could be good, a Warlock Staff. I haven't tried the new Warlock Staff, but I have tried Book of the Dead, which does help out with survivability. You know, you're going to jump in, you're going to do damage. You are going to get hit because you're tanky, but you're not, you know, you're not that tank that people are looking for. You're a bruiser tank. And you're coming in, you're a frontliner, you're going to come in, you're going to dish out a crap ton of damage like you're a mage, but you're not going to be able to take a lot of damage like you're a guardian, but you're going to be able to take some. So it's like kind of a give with your last item, because you could go for like Mantle of Discord to guarantee that you have more defense, or you can go a more, you know, focus of a magical defense item or a physical defense item, and that's up to your choice. Without having to forcefully go in a certain direction, we can give you health and some magical power, and we can give you a shield which builds off of his mana. And Guardians have really nice sized mana pools. He would have a nice decent shield, not too big, but a nice decent shield of probably like maybe 250 to about, I'll say 400. So that's a nice chunk of shield that you can get. And then you gotta remember, you can lifesteal. So, I mean, not lifesteal, but you can use your jump, you know, to get some minions out there. And then you can use Ghastly Breath, or you can use your one to kill those, or you can just auto attack them to, you know, get the health back. So you gotta kind of look at how you play and what your last item you want to be. Now, right here, like, these are my suggestions of items that, you know, you could throw on there. Be good, be cool, you know, you don't gotta worry about nothing. These items can just rock, you'll be good. Like, you know, Spirit Deso, I run that because I want some more cooldown, more damage. It's always an option. Now, other items that can be removed is Mystical Mail. You don't need Mystical Mail. I am a strong supporter of Mystical Mail, but, you know, when it comes down right to it, if the physical damage is just too much for you, breastplate it up. Now you're playing more of a cooldown type style. but you're still going to provide this crazy amount of damage. It's just going to be more or less through your abilities and not sticking to them. I really suggest Gemma ISO on him. For one, I played him enough to where I can land his one confidently. Like with older players, when you play older enough, you can confidently land that one, before it was patched, where then one is kind of like, if you know how to hit a shot, you can hit the one. I mean, his axe. With Cerberus, it's kind of like that. Like, if you can hit this ability, it's hard to hit because it's really skinny, narrow, and it's not the fastest traveling projectile, but let's say that it's been dodged a couple of times. Like, it's not something that you're guaranteed to hit, and I think that's the trade-off with it. It's not guaranteed to hit, but it is guaranteed to do some big damage when it does. And it's not guaranteed to stun, but if used right and used properly, you can get a stun with big damage. With Gemma ISO, basically, it just cuts that down to guaranteeing you that hit, basically. You're coming up, you're hitting the person, you shredded all their protections, and then you miss your one. That's a lot of your damage gone. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, you did a lot of damage with the Ghastly Breath, but a lot more damage could have been done if you would have hit your one. Because it could have either involved in you getting a kill, them being really extremely low life, or them getting hit, doing a ton of damage. They get stunned for like 2 seconds, and they have a pixel of life. Like, this Gemma ISO really can change the game balance. Because now you went from hitting Ghastly Breath to missing your one, and a person being able to, might turn around, fight you, or run away, to, okay, you hit Ghastly Breath, you hit an ability, you didn't get the stun off, or you got the damage off, boom. What Gemma ISO would do is basically, all right, you did all that damage, now it's guaranteed, boom, you're going to take all of this because you can't really run away from me. Like, you're right here in point blank range of me. The only thing I won't get is the stun. Like, and the easiest way to fix that is to walk backwards. So, if you hit somebody with Ghastly Breath and they're standing directly in front of you, when you're done with Ghastly Breath, don't walk towards them, but walk away and spam your square. Like, kind of line it up and spam your one while walking away. Line it up, spam your square while walking away. And what's going to happen is you're going to get back just you're going to get back just enough to where either you're going to hit the stun, or you're just going to be like maybe another half step back and out of hit the stun. So it just guarantees you a lot more damage. And plus, it's a healthy item. And it makes people not want to fight you because they know once they get into a fight with you, they can't get away. Like, I like to run Horrific. Oh my gosh, the nastiest plays you can do is jump in, alt. You're going to get beads right then and there. And if they don't beads, they got to prop with Gemma ISO. They're slow. They done got hit with a crap ton of burst damage because the alt hits hard. And then they got turned around. So now they're sitting there. They're further away from their objective because you done misplaced them by alting them. So now they're further away from being safe or anything. And they're slow. So let's say they do got a jump or something and they jump over you. Well, you have Ghastly Breath. And Cerberus is actually, I want to say, probably one of the fastest guardians in the game. He could just turn around, run over, and, he's got Ghastly Breath ready. If you didn't use your jump, you got a jump ready. Like, I usually like to run Blink, Horrific, Blink and Alt. That pops so many people beads, and then I could just leap, do a Ghastly Breath. You're completely about to just slow your whole roll. You're not getting away. Horrific. While Ghastly Breath is going on. Like, I'm just tossing out stuff. Like, when you Horrific somebody, they can't do anything. They got hit with a 15% slow, plus the gem of ISO slow, plus you horrific them. They're not moving. Like, the person can't get away. Guess what? That gives you enough time to line up your 1, hit them with the 1. Now they're stunned for 2 seconds while you're dishing out good damage to them. So now while all of this is going on, you got time. If a person's like near you, low at life, he has time to actually turn around and be like, you know what, I might be able to get this 1 ability off. Or you work well as a peel. Let's say somebody's chasing somebody down. You hit a ghastly breath. That person not chasing him down no more. If he don't give up on that, it's over. And then you got a horrific. Like, you can just slow somebody down and peel so well with this item. Like, even if you don't go blaster, cerberus, or anything, like, you just do a straight defensive build, go with a gem ISO. It's so useful for just peeling people off. Like, you can peel your own self off. You're in a fight, it turns sour, and there's 2 people coming. They get there. Alt, point them in a direction where they're not interfering with you. Soon as they're coming down, you turn around and you book it. You just straight book it. You run. They got hit with a little gem ISO. They're going to be a little bit slow. If one of them does catch up, sorry about that. If one of them does catch up to you, ghastly breath. Ghastly breath is so good because you can walk around without losing movement speed while hitting them for it. So, you know, I mean, me personally, I like Doom Orb and everything. There's a lot of good items.